Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another Dragalia Lost video. Today we're going to talk about the raid, Kindness, and the Captivity. I'm going to try to do an overview slash guide on it. I don't think this is really necessary, but people keep asking, and there are a couple points I do want to cover. But in general, this is a very easy event, and the title is also a breeze. You should have basically no problem with it if you're anywhere into the game and you have a decent group with you. Of course, a decent group is sometimes hard, so Twitch chat is actually really good for it. Our Twitch chat is fantastic, and tons of people got it done yesterday. Also, if it comes to it, I can help a ton of people out. I'm pretty sure at this point we can get it done with 3 people, with the 4th person completely AFK. So there is that, and that's on my free-to-play character, not my pay-to-win one, by the way. So yeah, I'll have, at the end of this video, I will have a little clip of my first special clear on my alt, which is obviously getting the title as well, and you can see we have a ton of time left over. Anyways, let's go over the important parts here. This is the one people get the most confused about, and it's the exact same with the last raid, and the only thing I really want people to have when they're joining groups, and that is these dragon prep worm prints. There's 3 of them in total. There's this one here. This is the 3-star gacha one, and this gives 8% shapeshift prepped or 9% when mobbed, and you do not need it mobbed either. And the way this works is it gives you 8% towards your dragon charge at the start of each battle. So if your entire team has it and your entire friends teams have it, your charge bar is started right off the bat. You can go out into dragon and just go completely nutso, which you can see at the end of the video here. There's also King's Continents here, and it's honestly the exact same as the 3-star one, just it has curse resistance as well. This one mobs to 8%, and then there are 10%, sorry. Then there's the 2-star one. This comes from Blazing Summons. Most of you should have this from the last raid already, but if you don't, you can get it in this current raid's box. This one gives you 5% on base or 8% when mubbed, and you do get way more than enough to mub multiple on your team, so please have this mubbed as well when you're wanting to join other people for their group. And yeah, this is my team. Your team doesn't really matter too much. I obviously don't have a dragon here. I was screwing around with it, but level 52, level 53, level 62, level 80, zero problem. It's just like the last one. You could go in solo and be super duper fine. It is very, 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 very easy this time around, and I don't mean talk down people who can't do it yet. That just means you just need a little more might, and for those people we can probably help you out in the future. And when I say might, I mean like strength and character progression. I don't mean might, because might is not the be-all end-all. So let's go over the actual event here. Again, the same as the last raid. There's bronze, silver, and gold emblems. There are, I think, 11 summon tickets, which are pretty solid here. And it's a really, really easy grind. There's only 3,000 instead of 6,000 here, and everybody should be getting this Twinkling Sand. Really no excuses if you can't get this, because it is a fast grind. Like, you can get it done really, really quickly, especially with how easy this raid is, with how many Ezeleths and how many Pele's and how many Agnes and how many Cerberuses there are. It just makes it super easy. And we also get way more drops than last time. Clearing special gave me 100, I think, so that's 1/30th just from that one special. So it is a very, very, very simple grind, but if some reason really, really, really can't get it, make sure you get this Knight's Testament there at 2,000, and if for some reason you can't get that either, absolutely get this Twinkling Sand at 1550. And there's Sunlight Ore down at 1,200. Basically all the choice ones you see here are the important ones, and I don't have it done, as you can see, but I have 2 accounts and I didn't grind this at all yesterday. I wanted to do my summons first, so there is that. And then there's the real grind, which is silver this time around, which gives a Knight's Testament at 1,000. This is definitely the one that will take the most time. I don't like how they designed this raid because of that. It doesn't make sense to me to be spamming that for silver. And then there is bronze as well, with a bunch of cool things in it too. Knight's Testament down there at the bottom, a ton of summon tickets as well. There's 3 at 700, I think. So yeah, you're gonna be doing the hardest difficulty the least here, which is really weird. There's also Blazing Summons here, and I get asked if you should reset once you get Sylvia. And absolutely not. The only way you should reset IMO is if you don't think you can finish the event. And that way you just want to reset to get as many copies of Sylvia as possible. I don't think Sylvia is the best dragon, or a good dragon. but she is ultra adorable and I love her design, so I'm happy to get her. The worm print itself is not too good outside of the event. 3% strength is not going to help you out too much, but the art is fantastic, and Hypnosis Bane is also great. So yeah, that's about it for the rewards here. As for what you're wanting to farm, the way raid battles work this time around is when you do expert or when you join, you can proc the EX anytime. You don't have to be hosting this time around, so even if you're joining with your Getherwings, you can proc the EX, no problem. But the hard part about that is when you're doing EX, you need it even if you're joining. So all 4 people do need the EX proc to be able to do it. So that's the big change from last time. As for where things drop here, you're going to be doing expert a pretty good amount here to get these fragments if you're wanting to host. And expert is also the best, I think, place to get silvers and bronzes, and this is what you're going to be spamming a lot of. Alternatively, this is so weird to say this, but the most efficient to get things done here is basically beginner. So spamming your 1 wing on beginner here actually gets you a good amount of bronzes and a decent amount of silvers. And once you're, like, I hate having to say this because it's just stupid, but standard as well is also where you want to be spamming because that gives you more silvers, and silvers are the hard part here. If you just do expert, if you just do special, you're going to be so far behind on the silvers that you're going to be spamming it forever and you'll have like way too many golds. So long story short here, to fix things up, silvers are harder than bronze that are harder than gold. So that's the order you should do things in. I really recommend to clear out silvers first and then do the rest so you don't grind too many of one and get too many bronzes accidentally after. So yeah, I'm sorry this is disorganized. I'm sorry I don't know what else to say about this subject. But basically, there's a ton of different things you can do here. There's a bunch of math threads on Reddit to help you min-max your stamina and your wings here. But I don't just want to copy and paste that here. And I don't think it matters too much between all the options. Just keep in mind that silvers are the important ones. And joining for 1 wing is fantastic here. And you get a lot for doing EXs, and they are pretty easy, especially if you have Dragon Preps. So yeah, there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and at the end of this video, right after I'm done talking here, I will show you my special run. Long story short, I forgot to explain the actual fight. She turn into a dragon right away, kill the right hand, and just go nuts. That's it. Pele is also amazing for this, as you can see his damage, or her damage, sorry, during this end video here. So have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody. How late do kids usually keep coming? When do I have to stop worrying about them, and when can I eat all of the stuff? So we're supposed to break that hand before, right? Midnight? Jeez. Now that you have a full Snickers, you will have a lot of kids coming, no doubt.
We did it. Nice work.
We had a lot of time remaining. But was it no death too? This is a really, really easy event.